Good morning, children. This morning, we will discuss about degrees of adjectives. English 3, Quarter 4, Week 1, MELC-BASED. I am your teacher, Teacher Rosberth. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to use degrees of adjectives in making comparisons. But before that, let us know first what is an adjective. An adjective are words that describe persons, places, things, animals, and events. They tell something about a noun. Adjectives have 3 degrees of comparisons. These are the positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. Now let us know what is a positive degree. A positive degree signifies quality. It talks about only one thing and is not being compared with another. Examples are fast, happy, rich, and pretty. Let us know now the comparative degree. The comparative degree signifies quality is greater than or less degree. 2 things are being compared. Examples are faster, happier, richer, and prettier. Now let us know a superlative degree. Superlative degree signifies quality in the greatest or least degree. 3 or more items are being compared. Examples are fastest, happiest, richest, and prettiest. Now read and study the conversation below. Then answer the following questions. Billy said, "Jenny, look at this plant. It is big." And Jenny replied, "Yes, Billy, it is big. Now look at this plant. It is bigger than your plant." Billy replied, "Oh, I agree with you. Take a look of that plant in the rectangular pot," pointed to the plant in the corner. Now Jenny said, "That plant is biggest among the 3. Now let us answer these questions. Who are talking in the conversation? Correct! Billy and Jenny are having a conversation. Now the next question is, what are being compared in the conversation? Correct! They compared the plant they have. Now this one, which plant is big? Correct! Billy's plant is big. Now what did Jenny say about the plant in the round pot? Correct again! Jenny said that the plant in the round pot is bigger. How did Jenny describe the plant in the rectangular pot? Yes, indeed! Jenny said that the plant in a rectangular pot is biggest. Now let us know on how to form a comparison of adjectives. First, one-syllable adjectives. In a comparative degree, add the suffix er or to the positive degree. Examples are weak, it will become weaker. Near, it will become nearer. Now in a superlative degree, add a suffix est or est to the positive degree. Examples are weak, it will become weakest. Near, it will become nearest. Now, for adjective ending in y, for a comparative degree, change y to I and add a suffix er to the positive degree. Example, dirty, it will become dirtier. Pretty, it will become prettier. Now in a superlative degree, change y to I and add a suffix est or est to the positive degree. Examples are dirty, it will become dirtiest. Pretty, it will become prettiest. Okay, now let's move to the adjective ending in e. Drop e and add a suffix er to the positive degree. That is for a comparative degree. Example, safe, safer. Large, larger. Now let's move to a superlative degree. Drop e and add an est, suffix est, to the positive degree. Examples are safe, safest, large, largest. Now let's move to the last one. Multisyllable adjectives or more adjectives ending in a suffix full or less. Now, in a comparative degree, add more or less to the positive degree. Example, afraid, more or less afraid. Silent, more or less silent. Talented, more or less talented. Now for a superlative degree, add most or least to the positive degree. Now example, afraid, most or least afraid. Silent, most or least silent. Talented, most or least talented. Some adjectives are irregularly compared, and these are examples. Now, let's have this learning task 1. Write the comparative and superlative degree of each adjective below. Write your answer in your notebook. Number 1. Big. It will become correct. Bigger. The next one is biggest. Now for number 2, sweet. Sweeter. And sweetest. Very good. Now for number 3, thick. Thicker. Thickest. Very good indeed. Now for your learning task 2, choose the correct form of adjective for each sentence. Write your answers in your notebook. Number 1. This milkshake is sweet, sweeter, or sweetest. Correct! It is sweet. Now for number 2, tertiary remains the small, smaller, smallest primate in the Philippines. What's the answer? Correct! It is smallest. Now for number 3, my uncle is richer, richest man in our town. The correct answer is richest. That's correct. Number 4, today's weather is cloudy, cloudier, cloudiest than yesterday. Correct. Cloudier. Now last number 5. The sound of a chirping birds is pleasant, more pleasant, most pleasant than the sound of crickets. What's the answer? Correct. More pleasant. Very good. Now, let's go to our learning task 3. Complete the story by supplying each blank with the correct form of the given adjectives. Write your answers in your notebook. One sunny day, Galvez family went on a picnic near the river. Sammy, the blank, among the 3 children of Mr. and Mrs. Galvez, saw a flock of ducks along the river. Now what's the answer? Correct. Youngest. Now let's continue reading the story. Ate Lisa, look at the yellow duck. It is fat, Sammy said. Yes, Sammy, take a look at the black duck. It is blanked than the yellow duck. The answer is fatter, Lisa said with excitement. Now, as soon as the table is ready, they began eating their lunch that Mr. Galvez prepared. Mother, this is the blank adobo I have ever tasted, Harold exclaimed. Now what's the answer? Correct. Most delicious. The children swam in the river. The water from this river is blanked than the water from our faucet. The answer is correct. Colder. They enjoyed swimming and playing the whole day. For the children, it was the blank day ever. The answer is correct. Best. Now, for your learning task 4, write sentences in the comparative and superlative degrees of the underlined adjectives. Write your answers in your notebook. Number 1. The lollipop that I bought is sweet. Number 2. The pillow is light. Number 3. My cousin is friendly. Number 4. The car is expensive. Number 5. Our house is simple. Now for number 1. The lollipop that I bought is sweet. In a comparative degree, you may say this. The lollipop that I bought is sweeter than yours. In a superlative degree, the lollipop that I bought is the sweetest lollipop I ever tasted. For number 2, the pillow is light. Comparative degree, you can say this. My pillow is lighter than yours. Now in a superlative degree, you may say this. This pillow is the lightest pillow I've touched. Now for number 3, my cousin is friendly. In a comparative degree, you may say this. My cousin is friendlier than yours. In a superlative degree, you may say this. My cousin Mark is the friendliest cousin I have. For number 4, that car is expensive. In a comparative degree, you may say this. My car is more expensive than yours. In a superlative degree, This car is the most expensive I've seen. Now, number 5. Our house is simple. In a comparative degree, you can say this: your house is simpler than mine. Now, in a superlative degree, you may say this: your house is the simplest house I've seen. Now, complete the paragraph by selecting the appropriate answers from the given choices below. Write your answers in your notebook. These are the choices. Number 1, degrees, comparative, describe, superlative, and positive. Adjectives are words that blank persons, places, things, animals, and events. The answer is correct. Describe. In comparing adjectives, there are 3 blank of comparison. Correct. Degrees. Now, the blank degree states the quality of a noun and pertains only for one thing. Correct. Positive. Blank degree compares 2 nouns. Now, what's the answer? Comparative. Correct. It often uses the word than to compare 2 things. The blank degree compares 3 or more objects. The answer is superlative. It states the greatest or the least quality of a noun. Now remember this. Some one-syllable adjectives with a single vowel before the consonant form their comparative and superlative degree by doubling the last letter before adding er for comparative and suffix s for the superlative degree. Examples are mad, madder, maddest, big, bigger, biggest, sad, sadder, saddest, fat, fatter, fattest. The word than is often used with comparative adjectives. Example: my jacket is thicker than yours. Now, the word the before an adjective signifies superlative degree. Example: she is the cutest among the 3. Now children, you know it already. Until next time, goodbye!